Hi, I'm Veronica Wasek with 5-Minute Bookkeeping, and I help Shopify sellers to set up, organize, and streamline their financial systems, whether you're looking for DIY, done with you, or done for you financials. And in this video, I am talking to my Shopify sellers about sales taxes and what you need to know about sales taxes so that you're not so scared about them. So let's go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned, I work with Shopify sellers and I help them to set up and streamline their financial systems. And by far, the question that I'm asked all the time is, how do I deal with my sales taxes? What do I do about sales taxes? I don't know anything about it. So I put this video together to explain to you the essentials of sales taxes for Shopify sellers so that you can begin to demystify all the confusion that's there, as well as all the fears that are there around filing sales taxes. So let's get started with number one. Number one, Shopify does not remit or file sales taxes for you. You may already know this, but you just need to make sure that you understand that Shopify does not track whether you have met any of the various state filing requirements for filing sales taxes. So it doesn't track it for you. You can run reports that will tell you the sales that were made in different states. But it doesn't keep track of it for you. Shopify will collect sales taxes for you after you have set up those taxes in Shopify. So once you know which states you will need to be filing in, and once you register, and I'll talk about that in just a moment, then you can set it up in Shopify. Number two, Nexus. What is Nexus? Nexus is just a fancy word for basically saying that you need to file sales taxes in a particular state. You may have a physical nexus, which means that you have a physical location in that state. And you may also have economic nexus, which basically applies to online sellers. Meaning that you don't have a physical location, but you are selling to a state that collects sales taxes for online sellers. So if you have met the Nexus requirements in a state, then you need to see whether you qualify to collect sales taxes. And in that case, you must meet the minimum thresholds to be subject to collecting those sales taxes. When it comes to economic nexus, which applies to most online sellers, then there are different thresholds that you have to meet. It all depends on the state. It may be based on the number of transactions, or it may also be based on the dollar amount, or it may be based on both. Number three, register to collect sales taxes. Once you have met the threshold to collect sales taxes in a state, then you need to register to collect sales taxes. I highly recommend using a sales tax registration service such as Sales Tax and More, and I have linked them in the description for you. Number four, set up sales taxes in Shopify. Once you have registered in a particular state and that registration has been processed, then you will need to set up the sales tax in Shopify. Go to Settings, Taxes in Shopify, and set up each state in which you have registered using the sales tax rate they provided you. Number five, remit sales taxes. You have a few options for remitting your sales taxes. One is to do it yourself. I don't really recommend doing this if you are needing to file in multiple states. If you're just filing in one state, you might be able to, but be careful because you're not a professional. Another method is to use an app. I recommend TaxJar, and I will link them in the description box for you. And the third option is to use a sales tax filing service. I recommend Sales Tax and More, and I will also link them in the description. Okay, so that was the 5 essentials that you need to know about your Shopify sales taxes. I'm Veronica Wasek with 5-Minute Bookkeeping. Are you ready to work with a trusted and reliable Shopify accounting pro? If so, then check the description box below to learn more about my services and how we might work together. If this content is helping you, make sure that you subscribe, ring the bell, and give me a thumbs up. Check the description box below for all of my free resources, including my free Shopify bookkeeping blueprint and the link to join my Facebook community. And I'm here to help you, so let me know in the comments if there are any other topics that you'd like me to cover in the future. I'm Veronica Wasek. I'll see you next time.